Hi, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we are reviewing a pen from our collection, a Parker Premier Monochrome Black Edition. This pen came from a second-hand shop and it has this black cardboard box which is a little stained, but the pen was in new condition. When we open the box, it's all black inside, as you can see. You have even a black logo embossed here on this velvet cushioned inside of the lid. And here we have the pen. Underneath we have the booklet, the quality control card with the number of the pen, the a black ink cartridge box. We have also these almost canvas pen pouch, which I think is not very well made. It's just a simple pouch, and also a black cloth to clean the pen. So over it we have the pen, and let's see how it is. This pen, as you can see, it is all black, at least on the outside. This pen is made of metal. It is a pen coated with this black finish, and according to Parker it has a ceramic coating also to protect the finish to wear off. It's really nice pen, solid, heavy, not too heavy, but you can see it is a metal pen. It's quite nice. It has a plain top. Maybe we were expecting to see the Parker logo here, but no logo, just a plain top, and also a flat bottom of the barrel. Both the barrel and the cap have this almost brushed look. They have this serial of 3 rings up here, another three rings on the bottom of the barrel. And here it has a cap band that says, sorry, autofocus, Parker, and then here France. The clip is unlike other Parker clips because it starts on here on the cap, and not it doesn't come from the top, but it has a nice shape. We think it's quite interesting. About this pen, we have to say this pen is a Mark I Parker Premier from this series, and this pen has some differences between these and the other, and the Mark II version. The Mark I version has this clip. There are several records of this clip being too weak in the junction with the cap, and sometimes it is too loose, and there are people that say the clip gets broken. I hope this one doesn't happen. That it seems very secure to us. However, we carried it in a case, in these rotring cases that I talked some time ago, and they are protected and not clipped inside, so we hope the clip doesn't have any problem. This is one of the differences. The Mark II version has a clip. It's the same design, but the clip comes from here, from underneath this these 3 rings on top. Maybe a different system. Then we'll open the pen, and this pen has a slip fit cap. It just has some rings here in the section, but these are rings, not threads to thread the pen. It just clicks on place. This is something that are some reports on the internet also about this, about the pen, about the cap getting loose, and it doesn't secure anymore, and even of the nib becoming too dry because the air gets inside. This pen is still very tight. I hope it doesn't get loose. I don't know if everybody has experienced this. I hope not. But in the new version, Parker made a screw cap version. Of course, I would prefer that version because I really prefer screw fit caps. However, this was at a price point I just couldn't say no and hope for the best. The nib. Let's see the nib. This nib has a problem to be able to show it well, because it looks a silver nib. It is not a silver nib. It is a ruthenium plated nib. It is a gold nib, 18 karat gold nib with a ruthenium plate, and this makes the nib to be very shiny, dark gray color, not as black as the rest of the pen, but dark gray. It seems chrome plated. It's not. About this nib, it is quite big nib. It has a beautiful feature that is this arrow inside with some kind of an Art Deco look, and it is also interesting to see it has a slit that is no breather hole and a very short slit. Also, the feed is very wide here and very long, and it goes almost to the tip of the pen. This is a nib that when we look at it, we remember maybe I saw something close to this some time ago, and maybe because now Parker and Waterman belong to the same company, we can see the nib of the Parker, of the Waterman culture, is very similar. It is the same kind of nib. This is a steel nib and this is a gold nib, but the shape is the same. And if you see the Mark II version nib, it is closer in design to this one, to the nib of the Waterman culture. These are very beautiful nibs, really beautiful, and I really like this one better than this, but I really like this one. About the pen and about size, I'll show you the size of a Parker Centennial nib. It is bigger in length, but not it's not wider, the dufold nib. The pens, the dufold is almost the same. They are almost the same size. This is a resin pen and this is a metal pen. Other details. This pen takes the proprietary Parker cartridge or converter, and that's it. We find this section not to be slippery at all. The pen has a very good balance. it is perfect. It has a very good size. Even if you post it, it posts securely, and even when you post it, let's align the clip with the nib. Even when you post it, it is very well balanced. I would dare to say this is maybe one of the best pens Parker make. Maybe too close to Parker Dufold. Really a nice pen. And about the nib, we'll see how it performs right now. So let's make a short writing test, and this is really great nib. Let's see how it writes. This is let me focus better here. This is a Parker Premier Monochrome Black edition, and it has an F nib, and the paper is the Rhodia dot pad, and the ink is Parker Quink Black. So about how it writes, the nib is really a wet nib, and it's really a fine nib. It's finer than other fine Parker nibs, and it is a wet pen, as you can see, very wet. If you try a little, I'll try to just to zoom it closer, not so much, but the video quality is not that great, but just to see, if you press here, you see, with no pressure, with no added pressure, but if you press it a little, it actually has some line variation, which is interesting for a pen with a nib slit so short as this one. This pen writes really wonderful. It has some kind of feedback that reminds us of the Japanese feedback on Japanese nibs. Really a nice pen. If we try a Parker Dufold, it writes with less feedback. It's a very smooth pen, but how can I say, it has a different character. And if you see, we think this Parker Premier has even maybe a finer nib and with some line variation. It's not flexible pen, it's a hard nib, but it's beautiful. It's beautifully done, and this really is a nice pen. I just hope it will not show all the problems that they are said to have, of the cap getting loose or the clip getting broken. I hope it doesn't happen, but this is a really nice pen. I think it is possible to write an entire novel with this pen. It is not heavy at all. It's a heavy pen, but it doesn't seem heavy. And maybe Dufold seems heavier, and I usually think Dufold is one of the best pens around. So this Parker Premier is one of the best surprises we ever had with Parker. It has a gorgeous nib, and it to be an all black pen, just the nib with this ruthenium plate is not as black, but it's gorgeous, and I really love this pen. I'm glad I've tried this pen, and I'm glad it was being sold as new at a great price in a second-hand shop. So this was a long talk, longer than I wanted, but it's really hard not to speak this much about this pen. I want to thank you all for your attention. If you like this, please subscribe our YouTube channel. This pen, just to let you know, this pen is not available anymore at stores. Now only the Mark II with the screw cap and with a different clip is available. This pen is not available anymore, but I would recommend, if you find the Mark II version and you have the money for it, buy it. New, it is a very expensive pen, over 400 euros, almost the same price as a Dufold. Thank you for your attention. Subscribe our YouTube channel, visit us on the blog, and we'll make a full detailed review of this gorgeous black pen. See you soon.